Alright guys, through this week we have got quite a lot of stuff, small things and events, but still a decent amount of things to do. So as the title says, today the inevitable thing will finally happen. Today, aside from having a look at some of the new stuff we have got through this week, I will be maxing out my Ferrari 499p Modificata, but following a carefully planned order, so I can also obtain the largest amount of blueprints from the final stage. So with nothing else to add, let's get into it. Okay, so let's begin with the Nissan GT-R 50 Ital Design special event. This one is shorter than usual with only 8 stages and a total length of 14 days, but that makes sense, you know, because if you keep in mind that the Nissan GT-R 50 is a 5 stars B-Class car, it's not like you can stretch this event way too much. Aside from that, you can obtain all the Nissan Epic Import parts if you own the required cars at max stars, which is great since those cars are not extremely rare, and also the event gives you the chance to obtain one Epic Import part of each one of the required cars. And also this time we have a new special event conditions calculator, meaning that you can check how far you can go within this mini special event based on the cars you own and at which stars those are. So if you want to have a look, the link is on this video description. Aside from that, that's pretty much all what I can tell you about this mini special event. It's quite nice, and the Nissan GT-R 50 Ital Design is a quite strong car for classic multiplayer given its massive acceleration and slightly above the average top speed. The nitro and handling are great too, but I am not that sure if you should spend tokens to start up this car, since it's not a king or something like that, but instead more like a decent competitor. If you have the Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider, for example, you shouldn't spend tokens on this Nissan, but as usual, it's all up to you guys. During this week, we also got the Frangivento GT65 Grand Prix, and I am not having any issues since I have landed on tier 2 and the lobby isn't extremely strong. It's yet to be seen if I will get any Epic Import parts from the Grand Prix packs, since that will help me to gold it once the Grand Prix is over, but we are just on round 3, so there is plenty of Grand Prix left. And finally, today we have got access to the penultimate stage of the Ferrari 499p Modificata, meaning that at this point I will just complete the entire special event, but as many of you guys already know, unless some offers show up, there won't be enough Epic Import parts to gold the Modificata, even if I end within the top 1% on the final rank stage of the special event. Quite unfortunate really, but it is what it is. As you all guys already know, this Mayhem event gives like 165 blueprints of the Modificata, which combined with the 10 blueprints you can get from the Legends Pass and the Club Milestones, means that I will only have to obtain like 90 blueprints from token packs, which should take me like 15,000 tokens, and that's definitely not a bad deal for an elite A-class car. One way or another, it's safe to say that I won't be able to get any closer to 1 million tokens ever again. Still, I have to admit that I held quite decently to the million tokens number through the last couple of months, so you know, all the remaining tokens will likely last me a bit over 2 years, which is great for me and sad for you guys, since that means I will keep making videos for quite a long time. Now, but jokes aside, it's been great while it lasted. I admit that I have made mistakes like spending 10,000 tokens in order to max out the previous season Legends Pass car, in order to check if I could survive one season without purchasing the Legends Pass, and it turned out to be quite a nice experience honestly, and also spending 8,000 tokens in order to 4-star the LEGO Corvette Stingray, since I thought that the event would be as bad as it was at the beginning. And well, it ended up being quite nice, so yeah, I spent those 8,000 tokens for basically nothing. Such mistakes are more common than you might think, because at some point you get used to overspend tokens, thinking that the tokens won't run out, and then boom, you can't get back to 1 million tokens because of mistakes like the ones I did. It is what it is, I guess. Now it's time to spend more carefully and think twice before doing dumb stuff. Talking about dumb stuff though, there is nothing that frustrates me more than seeing special events where no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to gold max the car, even if you purchase the Legends Pass and end high within the final stage of the Mayhem, for example. Club Milestones don't even matter, since you will end with 14 out of 16, or even worse, 15 out of the 16 Epic Import parts you need to gold a car like this Ferrari Modificata. And you know, it makes you wonder what's the point of maxing out the required cars if at the end you will end up a mere Epic Import part away from enjoying a car at the maximum stats available. It just doesn't make sense, and even if you say, well, they do this so they can sell Epic Import parts separately on the store, well, here is the thing, they don't sell Epic Import parts at all sometimes. Luckily, once a few months pass by, The last epic import parts end up in the Legends Pass or in some random special event like the Nissan GTR 50 we just got. But anyways, now it's your turn guys. How far did you take your Ferrari 499p Modificata? Are you planning to max it out? Make sure to let me know in the comment section, subscribe if you aren't, in order to not to miss absolutely anything about the game, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt Legends Unite. Goodbye guys!